So I'm going to demonstrate a few stretches which have really helped me with my RSI, repetitive strain injury, and my carpal tunnel. The first one is really common. Put your hand out straight, palm facing the ceiling. Hold on to these 4 fingers and stretch your hand this way. And the way I do it, and like to do it, which seems to help, is to put my thumb against the back of my wrist to get some leverage. Sometimes I rotate my thumb a little bit. The other thing is to push your hand. In this case, if I push my hand towards the camera, you can really feel a good stretch. Try to keep your fingers fairly straight. Another thing you can do with this stretch is twist your arm gently to one side and to the other. And when you're first injured, you have to be real careful even with stretching. You don't want to hurt yourself, so you want to be real gentle with these stretches. But be active in the stretch. In other words, pushing the arm out and elongating all the muscle group from the shoulder and even the upper back to the fingertips. And you do both sides. And this is one of the best stretches for loosening the muscles along the insides of the arm, as well as lengthening over time the tendons themselves. So the next stretch I'm going to show you is the exact opposite. Grab onto your wrist this way and push your arm towards, in this case, towards the camera, and stretch. And again, when you first start this, if you're injured, you want to do it really gently. I've actually recovered quite well from my carpal tunnel syndrome through stretching, exercising, dieting, and a bunch of other things which I'll try to give examples of. So those are 2 of the stretches. Another good one is thumb stretch. So you just put the hand back like that, grab the thumb with the other thumb, and you can grab onto the meat of your arm here for leverage. Pull it down. If you put your fingers out, you'll feel more of a stretch in the forearm. And then you do the same thing on this side. Hand back, grab the thumb, fingers for leverage. Sometimes you get a little crack. And do this very gently if you're injured or if you have inflammation. So that's a great stretch. And here's a less common stretch which I found to be helpful. It's difficult to do. Turn your hand, start like this, and then kind of turn it, try to rotate it around this way. And then you grab between, or see how my fingers are like this, you put them around the thumb that way. And then your other thumb grabs the meat of the inside of your hand. So if you look at it this way, okay? So again, I come back to the front. Now, you turn the wrist this way with the hand, your other hand, and then you drop the wrist down, and you'll immediately feel it on the back of the wrist. It stretches the tendons across the back of the wrist pretty radically, so you want to do it real gently at first. And then just try to relax into it and hold it for a little while. This is a great one, and it's quite painful if you haven't done it, so be gentle. And then do the same thing on this hand. So like that, you grab, pull the hand that way, and then drop it down. And this side's a lot easier for me because I had my carpal tunnel severely in my left hand, and I had an operation in that hand for it in 1990. So it's been 18 years and I still suffer from symptoms, but because of my stretching and exercise plan, I've really overcome most of the severe symptoms. Okay, so that's a great stretch. So another good stretch is very common, probably learned it in PE, physical education in school, stretching the muscles, tendons across here, and this helps with all the circulation and lengthening of everything that goes down to your hand. So I'm going to do these ones a little faster so we can get through a few more. So that's a good one. Another one that's popular is, call it Namaste in yoga. Just pushing the palms of the hands together fairly firmly and then dropping the wrist down. That's good. And you can hold that for a while, and you can also rotate the wrist this way and then bring them up. It's a pretty good stretch. The other one is the reverse Namaste, so I guess I'll try to demonstrate it this way. You just put your hands together behind your back and then kind of rock them up as far as you can go comfortably and stretch like this. This is a great stretch. You really feel it. And I'm not too good at this one, but it does help. So those are the main stretches that I've done to alleviate in conjunction with exercise and some diet and even some Alexander technique in order to alleviate my carpal tunnel and repetitive stress injury symptoms. And I hope those help. Every day. Do them every day.